Hello, guys, and welcome back. You know, I've it's been a little bit since I've played, and I was kind of playing around and recording a little bit earlier tonight, and I was having some issues with my microphone. Apparently, I was broadcasting to everyone, and I really didn't want to do that. So, apparently tonight's any mode, which I would think would be a little bit more random than it is, has been team deathmatch all the way, and the last group of guys I got involved with, they were really damn good, and I got my ass handed to me about 4 or 5 matches straight in a row. So we're going to wind up selecting our own particular thing so we can make sure not to get involved with them again, and see if we can't get a couple of wins in a couple of the other modes, get some extra credits for that, and we'll see what we can do. Yeah, as I said, I was actually recording before and kind of had some issues with that, so I did kind of cut that out and restart. So hopefully we won't have too many issues this time around. I'm hoping that I'm not going to wind up broadcasting to everybody in the group, which I was for a little bit, but the last few matches it did seem that I had gotten that fixed, so we shouldn't have too many problems. It's funny because it's been a few days since I've played, and I was kind of having a little bit of trepidation from about going back into this, and then kind of as soon as I got started, it was kill, death, murder, maim, and it was kind of fun. And I started realizing, hey, wait, this is why I play this game, isn't it? We have a lot of fun doing it. So that said, we're going to go ahead and get into a missile assault match. Looks like we'll be starting here in a few seconds, and I am still flying the Death from Behind mech, my assault mech. I call it Death from Behind because I'm not good enough to be Death from in front or above or anything else. So, yeah, I sneak up on people and I kill them. Now there are times when I actually do pretty good. And you know what? Honestly, some of the smaller and faster mechs, if they're being piloted by somebody who isn't the best in the world, I can actually be okay with it. But God, some of these guys who take over some of these mechs are just absolutely atrocious to try to even hit, let alone kill. They are really, really good. And you know what? Honestly, I would love to get to that level, but something tells me I'll probably never be that good. I'll simply be one of those guys who plays often enough that they can get decent, but I don't think that I'll ever be really, really damn good. Who knows? Maybe I might wind up. Ooh, it does look like there's a lot more vegetation on this level than the last time I played. You know what? S1 has definitely covered, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to switch around and go to one of the other silos, see if I can't cause some mayhem and havoc and have some fun while I'm doing it. They obviously know that I'm coming since I was boosting into it, and we'll see how this goes. Yeah. That was definitely a kill. And that was a kill too. No, that wasn't a kill. Wow. I got 2 down. I'm not going to get the third. I'm just not. I was actually, honestly, somewhat amazed that I... Okay, so, hey, benefit of fighting against guys who are really damn good, you get really good responses. Obviously, I lost that particular thing, but I took on 3 guys, and I got 2 down, and the third one probably close to halfway dead, which doesn't happen that often for me. So, obviously, that is something that, hey, maybe I should, not look a gift horse in the mouth and kind of count my blessings as, hey, look, you might not be the best person in the game, but if you wind up going up against guys who are really, really good and you kind of calm it back down a little bit, you might have a chance at doing some pretty interesting things. Now, obviously, I'm going to wind up, after saying that, I'm going to wind up doing horribly right here. And there are 4 guys here. So, I'm not going to be able to do a whole heck of a lot. Yeah, I was hoping to get that 1-second kill. I did actually get, I did get 1, and I almost got the second down, which against 4 guys is amazing. Honestly, this is kind of an interesting matchup. I'm thinking that the other team probably isn't quite as experienced as my team is, or necessarily as experienced as I am. Obviously, as I said, I've been fighting against some guys who are pretty damn good and having a lot of problems with that. Kind of going back into a normal match is a little bit of a mindfuck for me, simply because of the fact that, I can actually take people on and kill them, whereas before I really wasn't able to do so. Now these guys are learning pretty damn quickly, so obviously that's one of the other things about playing against guys who are yeah. I am gonna say I'm gonna heal here if I can. There's a lot going on, so it is kind of hard to keep track of everything that happens. But we do have this particular silo in hand. I got my heal, and we're gonna go ahead and go to the next silo, see if we can't do some damage. I'm gonna run to 2. I'm gonna run to 2 because it does look like some of our guys over there are being damaged. And I'm gonna see what I can do. Ooh, hello, don't. Yeah, there we go. And that's actually one of the other things. One of the weapons that I will be getting here, probably not this round, probably going to be a couple of rounds till I get it, is actually a longer range weapon for this mech. And I have been using very, very close range weapon for quite some time. And I think that's going to be a little bit of a change up. I'm going to try it. It's the 3rd level now. That they call it a prestige weapon, and I'm not sure if that means it actually does more damage, or if it's simply the 3rd and final weapon that you get. So that's actually going to be one of those things that I'm going to have to play around with and try to find out. Even to the point of playing around with another mech that has the same weapon, and seeing if the damage numbers aren't a little bit different with it, and kind of trying to figure out what's good and what's not. Now, he is going to keep trying to shoot at me, but yeah, that was actually really kind of funny. I dropped that a little bit too late. I'm going to go ahead and repair right here because obviously that's going to be something that I'm going to need to take care of very, very quickly. We do have 2, and I think we still have 1. Where's my map? No, we don't. So this is going to wind up being a pretty close match. Yeah, so as you hear my mech thumping along to the next silo, let's see if we can't go ahead and capture one of these. So we do have 2 and they have 1. Don't know. Yeah, okay, it does look like they are going to try to hold this one. And we did get a little bit of a drop on this guy. Somebody else got a little bit of a drop on this guy. I may or may not survive this. But while he's shooting at me, I'm hoping that one of my teammates is going to be able to take him out. Although I thought I had somebody else with me. Maybe he wound up dead. Maybe he was the one who wound up dead. First, that would explain a little bit, obviously. Now, we do have a 2-to-1, not player advantage, but we did have, for a moment, we had a 2-to-1 silo advantage, which obviously is something that we want. Even if we don't hold 3, that's going to be twisty. Yeah, I didn't think that I was going to make it there. I saw at least 2 other guys helping him. And in the middle of a firefight, if you have more than 1 guy on you, if it's even DPS, then you're going to wind up screwed. But that said, we are actually doing pretty good here. This is going to be probably my first decent match of the night as far as wins versus losses. Some of the other matches I've gotten into have had some really damn good players and some damned hard fights, and I've had a lot of fun with that. But at the same time, it gets a little bit disheartening rather, to have people kind of kick your ass all over the map for the entire night. So I did, I let it go, and I was going to try to take over with something else. Hey, look, it's a big mech. I should be able to go and take care of him. With a friend, maybe not, but at least one-on-one I should be able to. We'll see if we can't get a little bit of payback for him killing us. Now, it does look like there's 2 of them, and that could be really difficult to take out completely, but we'll see what we can do here. Obviously, he's not Wow, we wound up running through 2 entire full things of heat, and we still didn't kill him. That was my own fault for not using, or for not waiting until I got a little bit closer, and also for not using my missiles a little bit more. So that was my own dumb mistake. Um, we're gonna see if we can't make up for that. I mean, obviously we are doing better than the other guys, so hey, yay, more money, and maybe a little bit more EXP. And that was actually one of the things that I did. I wound up switching teams last time because they were unbalanced, and that wound up just getting me completely screwed. And if we can, yeah, even dodge a little bit, that's going to be a thing. Now, see, at this point, this isn't a team versus team, so individual kills don't matter. I mean, obviously, you guys probably know that if you watched, oh, I don't know, more than about 10 minutes of my videos before, but yeah, that's going to be one of those things. Is ooh, he's going to try to do some damage to me, and I'm not going to let him. I mean, he did damage to me, but I'm not going to let him try to take over the base. I'm going to make sure that he knows that somebody's watching as he tries to sneak up here. Let's see if we can't. Okay, so he's not. He's decided not to pursue that. He's decided not to take on 2-on-1, which I can't say. In some circumstances, I can't necessarily blame him for. I am going to try to see if I can't at least get something going here with the third one. Yep, and it does look like we'll be able to. I don't know that we'll necessarily take this, but we will. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you very much. Go ahead. And we are not going to let him take that. We're not going to take this. Yes, so I'm singing horribly and really not something I should have done. This match I've let go way, way too long. This guy, I mean, because of the last fight, probably is under the impression that he can probably take me. Which, that said, wow, that's really, really, this has got to be the most prolonged fight I have ever had. And one that I was fairly certain I was going to win, but I should not have let that go that long. That was completely and entirely my fault. That said, we did get the cap. While we were over here playing around and dicking around, we did get them to take on Silo 1. But that said, I was able to hold at least one of their mechs, maybe two of their mechs, kind of hostage and kind of. Wow, yeah, he's probably gonna kill me. He's flat out probably gonna kill me. He has a damage advantage, and there wasn't a whole hell of a lot I could have done there, other than play better. Which, let's be honest, when you guys watch me play, do you really think of really good player, or even hell, who cares, mediocre player? So they're probably headed straight back to Silo 3. The reason why we got Silo 3 last time was because I had some help with that, and I'm gonna go see if I can't get the drop on this guy a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty sure that was one of the sharpshooter sniper guys, so if I can take him out. No, that's not him. He's obviously not standing open in the open, and if I can't take him out, then I'm going to be kind of. Wow, that was really bad. I think we both overheated at the same time. And he actually overheated before me, which gave him the slight advantage there and completely screwed me. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to go back before those 50 points are lost, and we're going to try to kill him again because we're a masochist. Hey, have I mentioned that I'm really not good at any game I play? I think I've said that before. So, yeah, wow, 19 points. They're probably going to wind up dead just out of, general principle, but was... I can't even tell who was shooting at me. That was actually really kind of a fun match. And I got the daily win for the missile assault. We're gonna go ahead and take on a siege here when we get done with this, and we'll have some fun with that too. I mean, obviously, I am not playing at my best, and even my best is kind of mediocre compared to everybody else. I'm really just not a good... Really? Seriously? Okay, so there's somebody at least on my team that's better than me, which I fail to get that. I fail to understand that. Anyway, so that was actually really fun. I'm actually gonna say thanks to the other team. I do have fun fighting against other players. I do have fun, you know, kind of jumping into the mechs and seeing what kind of damage I can do. But at the same time, you know, honestly, whether you win or lose, it's a good game. And there are times when it takes you 2, 3, 5, 10 matches before you can really start getting a little bit of a tread. And, you know, that's probably just because I'm a really, really shitty player. I am willing to bet that there are people who, hey, look, I can jump into this game and dominate anybody I take on, or almost anybody. And, you know, if I was able to do that, I'd honestly probably be bored to tears. I go into a match because I expect fun, and I expect kind of a good, healthy, kind of a this for that, and kind of a good fight, and, you know, almost winning or almost losing at the end. That's when it winds up being fun. I mean, yeah, sure, I wind up bitching and moaning about some of the other players, and I mean, you know, that's more my own fault, my own personality. I like to bitch and moan about everything. I'll be perfectly honest about that, and if you guys haven't figured that out by now, then we're going to have some problems. If you haven't noticed that I like to bitch and moan about just about everything that I ever do, then you'll probably, obviously you're figuring that out now, and I do tend to kind of calm that down and settle that down a little bit for my gameplay and for trying to let everybody know what's going on, but at the same time, it's part of who I am. I do tend to bitch. And, yeah, that's just kind of... Actually, one of the times through, I've had one of the weapon subsystems or something fail. So I'm still trying to figure that one out. I don't know if that's just a random, here, let's just dick with you and see if you don't notice, or, you know. I'm not entirely certain what happened there. Had I been recording when that happened, I probably would have started laughing hysterically at you guys. But, you know, hey. That's kind of the way things go. Does look like we're on our way to going and getting EU. I'm still not. I'm hoping that I'm not broadcasting to everyone at this point. I'm still not 100% certain that I'm not. I'm fairly certain that I'm not. But you know, I mean, I've done a couple of tests, and at this point, that's always going to be a little bit of a concern for me when I'm recording like this. It's simply because of the fact that, hey, look, you know, I've been trying to do my best and not bother everybody else way too much, but occasionally that does happen. And there's been some issues just with the game in general where you wind up broadcasting to other players when you don't mean to. And if you guys can hear me, please let me know immediately, and I will try to see what I can do about fixing that. And I mean, obviously that is to the players and not to the people who are watching this, because the people who are watching this, I'm hoping you guys can hear me. But, you know, let's go with that. We are really close, but not quite at full, but still, I'm getting antsy just sitting here. I am hoping to... Okay, you know what? I'm going back now. And I'm hoping to get this back and kind of deliver some of the energy. If I was one energy short, I really don't care so much. Although, if it winds up being one energy short on the delivery, that's going to cause me some issues. But for right here, right now, I'm hoping that I was able to get away from that and get that full energy drop. Enemies they've got the drop on us, so this could be a really interesting fight very quickly. We'll see what we can do with this and see if maybe we can't still take them down and kind of take them out and go from there. That's gonna be almost every single piece of energy I've got. We do have the hey look, we've got one of our guys was actually cognizant enough to go ahead and try to take over that. That's going to be really good for us if we can control the anti-air and get our mech or get our battleship out. I mean, obviously that is one of our goals right now, is to just get everything going here. And see what we can do about this AA and get everything. Oh, wow, he didn't see me. I thought for certain, I actually saw him right as I started repairing, and I thought for certain that we were going to have some serious issues and I was going to be killed while I was repairing. That said, that didn't look like that was what happened. We do have kind of, wow, that was hellacious. Very quick. I think he's one of the G2 assault mechs. Not 100% certain about that, but I'm pretty damn sure that that's what he is. This is gonna be an interesting match. It looks like it's gonna be pretty fun from the outset here. So we've already got the AA going back and forth, and we've got both of our battleships pretty much at the same time. It does look like we have a little bit of an advantage, but it's not a whole hell of a lot. That said, we were able to get him down, and that's pretty damn significant. I mean, obviously, we don't want to sit here and dilly-dally too much. Oh, wow, that's going to be awful, because I'm going to wind up dying right here at the end. Holy crap, I killed him. That actually was completely unexpected. I'm not going to wind up surviving all this. Yeah, I knew that there was a point here where something was going to happen where I didn't actually wind up surviving. That said, I was able to take on one of the mechs that were trying to take over the AA, and I was able to get quite a bit of health off of him. It does look like my teammates were able to kind of fight that and kind of beat him down and get that finished. And you know what? That kind of seems to be what I'm good at here. I'm good at talking about what it is that I'm doing. It does take me a little bit to kind of get into that, but once I'm able to get into that, once I'm able to settle into enough of a rhythm that I can fight while talking, I am pretty good at being able to let you guys know exactly what it is that I'm doing while I'm thinking about what I'm doing. So we were able to get the AA, but that said, everybody's battleship is dead. We didn't do a whole lot of damage, but we did do more than they did, so that's always a bonus, obviously, right? And now, that's kind of an odd decision on his part. I did not think that he was going to run away from me. Now, if he hadn't, had I had a little bit more fuel left, I probably would have been able to take him out. Had he not run quite that far, he was dead right there at the very end, which was kind of interesting. So I mean, that was obviously something that was kind of in our favor. Looks like almost everybody from our team is after the E1, or after the energy units rather. So I'm almost tempted to see about kind of going to the middle and seeing if I can't take out some guys who are trying to take care of, that said, they do have a little bit of an energy advantage over us. At this point, I don't know that I'm going to make that much of a difference when it comes to that. Yeah, I know, I'm kind of thinking while I'm talking, and so at this point, I'm just thinking aloud and kind of trying to figure out, you know, what's in my best interest. And maybe at this point, what's in my best interest is... Oh, God. I got eliminated by base defenses? That was my own dumb fault. You know what, TikTok? That name sounds familiar. I may have seen him before, and I'm actually going to kind of... I'm not going to go through every video that I've ever done, and even if I would, if he were one of the guys that I played against when I wasn't here, that would kind of cause me some issues, but he might be somebody I've either played with or played against before, which is fine. Would be kind of amusing if it was. I am going to see about... that's going to be a name that I'm going to keep in my memory. And now, obviously, TikTok in and of itself is a name that's been done more than once, so that could be the other thing. He could be someone who's, kind of done this before, so we're not entirely certain. I thought I was going after this guy up here. Really, really not something that I'm happy about right now. I'm trying to repair myself. Kind of got into a bit of a firefight and wasn't shooting at anybody, which obviously that's never a good choice. I thought that I was shooting at the guy who was shooting me, but that's really not what wound up happening. I was shooting at somebody else entirely. Almost got him. Almost got him. Had I not gotten distracted and tried to take a pot shot at anybody else, I probably would have had a little bit more of an opportunity there. The other thing is he was really close to dead, so I'm kind of hoping that we can kind of get their battleship down and kind of... This is going to be close. This is going to be an interesting fight. I think they might win. Don't call me on that, because I think in the long run it's going to be a little bit more of a longer fight of attrition. But does look like that might wind up what happens. Wasn't a lot I could do there. I mean, obviously, I knew there was more than one person shooting at me. I was hoping that getting the drop on that one guy was going to be enough that I could do enough damage to take him out and take him down. I knew that right at that point, it was basically a fight for getting somebody out of the middle, and they wound up getting me out of the middle, which is not in my team's best interest. All right, so that actually winds up being a really damned good thing. Although the bad thing is they have our AA going. Can I get him? No, God, there's like 4 of them in there. Yeah, that was just... that had to have been the most dumb thing I have ever done. I was actually, for whatever reason, I was hoping that there was more than just me in there. And obviously, we need to take care of that AA, get that on our side, and get some of their health taken. Why am I saying that, hey, look, I want them to win? I don't want them to win. Alright? That's just... There tends to be a time when, pretty early on in the game, I can usually call who's going to wind up winning, only because I know that I am shit at it. And, wow, I didn't die horribly there. It was a little bit of... Well, I did there. That was a little bit of a... Oh, God. Kind of bad for me. Really kind of bad for me. I mean, obviously, this is going to be a close fight. This is going to be a fun fight. And the fact that they just lost somebody... I don't know if he was good, bad, or ugly. But I do know that one of their players just decided he was going to drop. And, that may or may not be a good thing for us. I don't know if that means that we're going to wind up picking up somebody who's not as good as the last person who was with, or if we're going to wind up picking up somebody who is worse than, or better than the last person we had. I mean, this is going to be a really close match, and I'm hoping that it kind of stays as a close match. I mean, 21-12, 21-60, this is really damned close. This is going to be a really interesting fight. And that's just kind of going to be it. Who the hell? Why is he shooting? That was really just kind of dumb on my part, but that's okay. I mean, I do have full repair now. Yeah, guy, you kind of needed to... let us know a little bit of what was going on. Alright, I'm bugging out because if nothing else, I want to get my energy back to my base before I die completely and horribly. And that's really going to be the thing here. That's going to be the important part, and that was what I was hoping that my heavy mech was going to do, was to just go take his energy back. But unfortunately, he wound up dying, losing all of it, and potentially giving that to the opposite team. That could be really, really deadly and dangerous for us. I'm running back with mine, hoping again that so we wound up losing and gaining. They wound up losing and gaining. Hoping again that what I do here can help our team at least get some of this back. I'm hoping that somebody else has 80, 85 EU, something like that. Okay, so that doesn't look like that's going to happen. At least not from them. I'm going to go back and grab that EU that we need. I am going to go back and grab that EU that we need. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of keep some of them involved here in the middle. And wind up being able to use that as a way to take some of them out. E1. There we go. I am working with one of my teammates. Actually, I think it's the same teammate that died last time around. So, no energy? That's going to be a problem. I'm not getting any energy out of this. So, I'm not sure exactly why that's happening. Oh, okay. So, we do have enough energy to go and get that taken care of. I'm going to go help them try to take care of... Wow, I am going to go try to help them take care of the AA in the middle, but that said, I did some damage to a couple of guys, but I don't think it's really going to wind up mattering that much at the end of the day, primarily because we're going to have, by the time we get back in there, they're going to wind up dying, or they're going to wind up being repaired all the way up, so it's a little bit frustrating, honestly. It's a lot bit frustrating, frankly. Let's see what we can do here. That was really bad on my bad use. Oh, God. I wasn't able to take any of them out. I was hoping to get one guy down. He had some really low health. It's actually one of the guys that was doing most of their damage. He had really low health, but at the end of it, I wound up getting nailed by a third person who just jumped into it. So, wasn't able to help my team get their stuff sorted out. That said, they've got 3... most of our guys are kind of trying to work on their battleship. I'm hoping to do more than just that. I'm actually hoping to really take out their AA and kind of do some damage here. That's kind of going to be a problem if we're not able to take the AA. If we just sit there and try to take out the battleship, we're going to wind up dead here. Now, that said, I have mentioned at the beginning of this that it seemed like they were a little bit of a better team than we are. Doesn't mean that I think that we can't pull this out, but it does mean that I think that we won't. And take that for how you will. Wow, that was honestly me kind of handing them a kill, which isn't a good thing. It's just not. It's flat out not a good thing. Gonna be an interesting fight here, though. Depends on how much damage we're really able to do to them on a long-term basis. Go ahead, come on. Wow, that they were able to kill me in my base, kind of says something. That just really kind of says something. Yeah. I'm really starting to dread the rest of this match. Not because it's not going to be okay, but I mean, our guys are basically, they're sitting there and they're shooting at the ship instead of trying to get shit back. It's frustrating. Honestly, frankly, that's frustrating. Hey, look, we're not good enough to take out the middle, so we're just going to kind of run away and take out their battleship from a distance. You see what that's done to her score. Okay, that's going to wind up being me dead by base defenses. I was really hoping to take him out. I was really hoping to do enough damage to get him dead, but didn't happen. That was my own dumb fault. Wow. So at this point, I'm kind of trying to figure, do I want to stick with what I've got, or do I want to kind of switch around and see if we can't do a little bit better with a sharpshooter. I'm gonna have some fun with this. At this point, it's kind of it doesn't really matter, so we'll see what we can do. I mean, 40 EU is 40 EU. That's a little bit of EXP, and it's not even going to get us anywhere close to what they have. Frankly, it's frustrating. Frustrating. Yeah. Wow. I can enunciate words for you today. Oh, God, I feel like the lady in the yellow school bus. No, I can't remember her name. No, I don't care. But the fact that our defensive mechs weren't trying to defend defensively, instead they were sitting there trying to take down the enemy battleship, that's going to cause me some issues. That's going to cause me some consternation. And that's kind of the problem at the end of the day. Exactly that. The fact that we're not willing to take the fight to them, the fact that we're sitting there trying to... 20 fuel isn't going to do us a whole heck of a lot, but hey, look, I can do what I can. Hey, 5 EXP, I've got. If our heavy mechs... Well, if our heavy mechs would help us out, if they would switch to... Okay. Lifers have been deactivated. What the hell? Lifters have been deactivated. I thought it said lifers. I honestly thought it said lifers have been deactivated. God, I almost got him. And I can't sit here and take that much more damage because I will wind up dead. Can take him out. God, I'm gonna push my advantage too much, aren't I? Yep, absolutely am. Yeah. No, we can still win this. We can still win this. Oh my God, 23 health. Alright, so... 23 health. No. Never give up. Oh, that's going to be messy. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm being a little bit flustered with some of my teammates being kind of stupid. Alright guys, sorry about that. I get frustrated with people saying, hey, let's quit or give up or I'd quit except for I can't because, you know, then I'd look like a douche. Well, you would look like you already look like a douche. You're telling everybody on our team and the opposite team that we really just need to quit. course, in theory, it is still possible, although at this point, it seems highly unlikely. So, alright, so, first round of Siege, we lost. Two things. First off, we actually kind of held it for a little while. We kind of almost, I mean, not that we almost won, but we kind of kept them down for a little bit, which kept the match running longer, which means we get more EXP and more money. Second, next match round, things are going to get tossed up, and everybody's going to kind of be on a different group. Wow, that actually wound up being quite a bit of EXP and quite a bit of money. Didn't get everything that we wanted out of it, obviously, and I would think that it would probably take 2 or 3 more matches like that for us to really be able to pick up the levels that we want. But yeah, you know, we're gonna see what we can do on this side, and we're actually I'm gonna stick with this. I'm gonna stick through it, and we're gonna see if we can't unlock and open up some. But you know what? We might even be able to open up another mech. And at this point, I'm really tempted to. I mean, I know I'm so close to getting that final level, but getting that final level could be a hell of a lot of EXP, and it could almost be enough to get the extra money to open up that other mech anyway. So once we get that, I don't know. We're gonna take a look at this because I'm gonna take a look. I don't really want the scout mech. I mean, I kind of do, but at the same time, I don't. Only because of the fact that it's got such low health. I'm almost tempted to take a look and see about what we can do with the final heavy mech, the heat mech. I can't remember what it's called, flamethrower or something like that. But we're actually really damn close. I mean, a couple more matches and we'll be able to get enough money that we can buy another mech and you know, kind of do a whole thing with that. I'm with TikTok. I don't know Smoky Tooks and Hawken, and looks like our other guys he just quit. The guy who was bitching for the most part the last time around just quit. That said, we're gonna see what we can do here. We're gonna see if we can't actually, you know, kind of pull a win out of this. This will probably wind up being my last match with you guys one way or the other for today. Just because of the fact that it's another siege and it's going to wind up being pretty damn long. Yeah, all the subsystems and stuff. I've only ever had it once, and that was actually a couple of matches ago, and that wound up being when I wasn't recording, unfortunately. But it wound up being a fail, and it kind of amused the hell out of me. And I'm not sure why it wound up being a fail, but, you know, hey, let's take a look. This is, honestly, I'm almost certain that this at one point was the only Siege match available, because when I played this in very early beta, this was the match this was the level that we kind of played Siege on almost every single time. It was the first match, or the first Siege match that I ever had. And we're gonna see if we can't. Ooh, hello, nurse. Everybody in there. Monkey is in this. Wow, he got owned. I'm actually really kind of surprised that I wasn't completely killed and murdered and slaughterized there. But hey, that's actually a good thing for me, obviously. Oh god, this is going to be really close, but I was helping fight instead of picking up EU, which could be to our detriment in the long run. I mean, obviously, I want to pick up as much energy as I possibly can, and kind of try to get that back to the base. We're really evenly matched as far as that goes. I don't know if one of their guys got put on our team or vice versa, and if that's going to make a whole hell of a lot of a difference, but we're going to see what we can do here. You know, it looks like we're going to wind up being an even match as far as how many people that we have. That said, energy, looks like we're going to wind up getting our battleship out first. I'm going to go back and finish that. I obviously do not need 200 energy to do so. Hey, there we go. Somebody got 1 damage on me. That was kind of amusing. not certain that I want to sit here and with full energy. There's no way in hell I'm going to last until the next match, or until the next cycle. That said, we could be a slightly tighter group this time around. We might be able to do something and pull out a win. I'm really kind of hoping so. We do have our battleship launched way before they do, which is a good sign. If we can do that twice in a row, generally speaking, that means that we wind up being not necessarily a better team, but a slightly superior team. Even if it's slightly superior. 200, 500, I don't care what we win by as long as we win. Wow, why am I not seeing anything? That's because every time I look in the wrong direction. Does look like somebody tried to sneak around behind us. And wow, that was really bad on his part. I didn't necessarily see that coming, but I was highly amused when it did hit. And yeah, that's kind of the way the cookie crumbled for him. Unfortunate for him, highly amusing for me, and at least for right now, kind of I don't want to say we're gonna win. I'm gonna hold off reservation until third round, and at that point, that's gonna let me know, hey, can we actually win this? Really gonna be a tough match. Not what I wanted to happen. I mean, obviously, I wanted to be able to hit him for a little bit more than that. Yeah, as I said, not going to hold on to all 200 EU. Wow. So this is going to be twitchy. This is going to be really, really interesting now. I mean, obviously, they're going to have a 700 plus point deficit to make up. That's going to be something that's going to be in our favor, but in the long run, is that something that we can really hold on to? They really got that very quickly. They got that very quickly. And that's not disconcerting, but concerning. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That was absolutely something that I wanted to happen. I took advantage of the fact that he really wasn't aware of the fact that I was right there. And that wound up costing him pretty dearly, in fact. I mean, obviously our battleship is just about dead, but I actually have 200 points again, which is kind of amazing and not something that I really wanted to lose. I really do need to heal here. I'm just a little bit too low to be comfortable with that, and yeah, I mean, obviously with 575 points, I can take a couple of shots, but once I'm down to 200 and something, that's going to be something that's a big concern. He's not going to like that when I do that to him. Obviously, most people aren't going to. Again, I died. I also did enough damage that anybody behind me can take out the guy who killed me. And that was kind of what I was looking for, because I knew that there was more than one of us around. And I think that kind of really, really helped us gain enough of a lead at the beginning of this match that we might be able to do something with it. Not saying that it's impossible to overcome that, but I am saying that was a pretty damn good first round. I was hoping to hold on to those points, but doesn't look like I really was able to. Gonna take a look, and no, it doesn't look like any of that's left on the map, and I'm not gonna rush into the middle and wind up dying and losing all that time and opportunity to get the. I mean, I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna go out of my way to fight here, only because I really want to get my energy units back to my team and kind of keep my team going. Yes, I am forever the noob. That is absolutely me. And we have enough points back there. Okay, I'm good. If I run back now, I will be able to fill up my base one way or the other. Whether somebody stops right this second, and that's kind of the point that I was trying to take when I decided, hey, look, this is going to be the time when I stop collecting energy. This is going to be the point where I know if I run back right now, we're going to be able to launch our battleship. That was exactly what I was looking and hoping for. So right now, my energy isn't really so much important. Getting back to the AA is. And that's going to kind of be the big thing here is, are we going to be able to hold and keep this AA for long enough to get rid of these guys and kind of have some fun with it. And taking out somebody like that is actually not that hard to do in the long run. As I've said before, taking out the big mechs is pretty easy when you have a close range mech like this, but you just have to be able to get close enough to do it. And that's kind of always been the thing for me is, can I really get close enough to cause enough damage to kill them? And right now it does seem like I'm able to do so. And we're gonna have some trouble, but we might be able to take him out. And that's really going to kind of cause them some issues, because I think he was sitting there taking pot shots at our guys, and I was able to kind of get around behind their lines and cause enough damage and trouble to them that they're going to really gonna have some trouble kind of keeping up. And can I take out their healer? Yes. Again, that's going to be something that's going. I died out of it, but I got their healer and one of their, I don't want to say snipers, but somebody who was taking who was doing damage from a distance. That's going to cause them some serious issues. I mean, we're already 1,600 points ahead, and that opened it up so that they're going to have to, if they withdraw from battle, they're going to have to sit there and actually heal themselves up. I mean, obviously they've got about 10 seconds until that guy gets back there into the middle of the fight, but that's enough time that we can maybe press our advantage and take care of one or two of the mechs that are causing us some issues. And it does look like we're kind of able to do that here. We're kind of able to take care of them and take them out and cause them some serious issues in the long run. Now, that was kind of dumb of me. I wound up taking on 3. If it had just been the 2 guys who were really low health, I do think that I could have taken out that healer and taken out the other guy. But right now, I'm just kind of trying to press my advantage enough that I can kind of keep their guys trying to fall back. And if we can do that, that's really what I'm looking for right here. I mean, obviously, that's going to be something that's really serious and is going to cause them a lot of issues in the long run. I don't think we're going to wind up completely 100% dominating this match, but it does look like we're going to do enough damage here that they're going to have some serious issues. I mean, obviously, they're not going to want to... I mean, they do want to try to at least do some damage to our base, but at the same time, we're doing almost enough damage to them to keep them out of the middle and keep them out of the AA, which is going to be pretty damn significant, I think, in the long run. And going to kind of try to cause enough damage to... I mean, again, I did enough damage to that guy that I don't know that he's going to wind up dying right this second, but I do think that he's going to be in some severe issues if he tries to get right back into the middle of a battle. I don't think that he did. What it looked like was that he wound up finding a place to hide, but that puts him out of the match. That puts him out of the game. That puts him out of the fight. And in the long run, that's what we really want and what we really need, is to just kind of dominate them as far as that goes. I mean, obviously, that's going to be something that we're going to have to do. Yes, our battleship is destroyed. We do need to go collect some energy units, obviously, at this point. That's going to be my primary goal right now, is to just go get this taken care of. wow, we are doing a lot better than we did last time, and I think we're working together as a team much better. And I'm not going to say that it's completely out of the realm of possibility for them to win, but it does look like we're getting closer and closer to the point to where we're just going to dominate this field. Obviously, they do have far less points that they have to get to launch their battleship because they haven't launched as many as we have. That's going to be something that we need to take care of very quickly. Is to shorten that advantage. I mean, I'm 2 energy units short of where I was, but that's still going to put me at close to where they're at, which is exactly what we want to do. We want to be able to kind of kill that advantage that they have. If we can kill one of their energy unit carriers, that's going to wind up being really important for us. And it does look like we have somebody over on their side, kind of, I don't want to say dominating that entry, but it does look like it's causing them some issues. And in the long run, that's going to wind up being what helps us win this. Obviously the ability to control the map and control the battlefield is really where we need to be and want to be. I have almost enough to finish this out. Yeah. So, yeah, I didn't even need as many as I had. We wound up together, me and my teammate. We wound up finishing this off. I have no idea which guy is which, but that's okay. We wound up getting ourselves into a position to where hopefully, we can just kind of finish this out. Why my heat is so high and staying there is a little bit beyond me. I mean, that might even be because of some mech that they have or something like that. Somebody causing me some issues. Yeah, I saw that a little bit too late. I saw that somebody was shooting me a little bit too late. We do really, really need to get this under our control, obviously, before... There we go. And that will be a launch for us. I'm going to go ahead and stick with my assault mech. I really, really want to get this leveled up to those last 2 levels. I mean, the next time around, actually, I do finally finish getting my elite skin, which is going to be kind of shiny, and I'm probably going to play around with that for a couple of levels. Although I don't think in the long run I'm going to hold on to that for this mech. I'll probably hold on to that with the G2 assault. But that is something that looks pretty damn sexy. I know a lot of people think, well, hey, look, the rookie completely changes the way he looks. And, I honestly, the first time I saw the rookie, I thought it was like, a dev. I really did. I'm sitting there going, God, that thing looks like something out of Gundam. And it really does. Obviously, it looks like one of the cheaper Gundams, but it looked like something out of Gundam, and I'm sitting there going, wow, yes, we did get that final achievement. That was really good, and that was fun. 3,000 to nothing. Did not expect that we were going to dominate that heavily, especially considering how poorly we did last time around. But, hey, we kind of collected together. We got, I think the team balance was a little bit different, and, not going to say that I was a big part of that, because obviously I wasn't. I was second to last on our team. But that was actually pretty damn good. And that was actually really, really good for us and really kind of fun to run through. Not quite at that level, but does look like the next time we run through this game, we will probably get our final, not our final level, but the next level up, the one that allows us to completely equip that next visual aesthetic and kind of take a look at this mech and see what it looks like with the entire elite setup. That said, I'm gonna let you guys go for today. I've had a lot of fun running through this, and I hope you guys have too. I know that I was kind of a little bit on the fence about whether or not I should keep recording this stuff, but as long as I have fun with it, and you know what, I don't have a lot of people who are watching this right now. That's not my thing. I mean, yeah, sure, it'd be great to have 5 million people watch one of these videos, and God, 5 years down the road, somebody's gonna go back through and watch this and go, wow, he's talking about. But right now, I'm just doing this to have fun. The next couple of days, now I'm recording this before some of the stuff that I've already had recorded set up, but in the next few days, I'm actually going to start changing a little bit of my format. Not a lot, but I do plan on having Hawken probably Monday through Friday, and then Titanfall Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then kind of doing my Dead Space on Wednesdays, and then doing some interviews and reviews and some fun stuff on Saturday, and then kind of giving, just taking Sunday as a day to take off. But I'm probably going to talk about that a little bit more in. I'm probably going to wind up creating a video in and of itself, simply to dedicate to letting you guys know what my plans are. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I did honestly, really, truly enjoy making this, and I've had a lot of fun playing this game, and I've had a lot of fun talking to you guys, and I hope in the future you guys get some enjoyment out of watching it. Anyway, I will let you go, and thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you later. Thanks.